Hey guys, welcome back to Hippies High Lifts. So today we're talking about 44 Delta. Also, some people back before I think it was actually like officially called 44, or it's always been called 44. I don't really know, but Eastland's 44 Delta. That's how some people know it is Eastland. Anyways, let's dive into this because I've got a lot of gear on the desk, and I want to talk about everything. Completely. So, what did I just knock over? All right. Now that I'm going to try to not get distracted, we will just start off right here with these guys. So, he has 4 different variants of these on the website, right? So, you've got your Euro cylinder, you've got SFIC, and you've got a kick cylinder holder. He also has one that is for dimple. My guess is dimples are just a little bit different than these normal Euro cylinders. But not gonna lie, this was the holder that I was using to pick my first SFIC, and my Kale is that's how I picked this one as well. I had a ergo turner on it. All right, so these things are actually really super cool, really super handy, especially if you're one of these guys that don't want to chuck everything in a vise and you want to be able to pick it in hand. These things come in clutch. So definitely love these things. And for only, let me make sure I get this right. Oh, I should have gone in order for these things. Lock holders. Oh, I actually did. $2. So they are $2 a pop for those. Sorry, I'm going to cross these off as I do this. So let's just move down to this guy right here. I'll set these off to the side for now. This is a LPL style pinning tray. It's just standard pinning tray, 1 through 8 on the bottom, 2 spots for cylinders, extra storage up here. This thing has actually gotten quite a bit of use since I've gotten it, and it's held up pretty nice. A lot of pins and stuff like that. Currently, I use this to design out my challenge locks and stuff like that. So, for $7, make sure that that's right. Yep, for $7, that's not too bad. So yeah. Going on to the chuck vise. All right, so I have the smaller clamp. I didn't pull the price for the bigger one. The smaller clamp runs you $10. The base, just standard, which is what this one is right here, is $20. And then base exotic, which means it's a 2-color, is $24. So not terrible. I really actually do like this vise. I've started using it more and more. I do need to find some rubbers to put down on the bottom so it doesn't slide around as much on me whenever I'm trying to pick, because I found myself like trying to anchor as much as I possibly can to try to keep it from sliding, because I get super active. I get carried away. And if you're putting too much tension on it, or you're trying to lift and it's moving around on you, it's kind of a nuisance. But I'm just going to get some of those little rubber feet to add onto the bottom. He does not have those on the website, so that's the only real complaint that I have for this one, is it doesn't have a way to stay stationary. But I mean, if you chuck this on one of your pinning mats or something, it'll stay put. That, and because of how high my table is with this, not giving me a little bit of extra, right? Because I can set my lock all the way up here compared to here. I am just having to drop my chair down a little bit lower to make sure that I'm not like up over it, if that makes any sense. But anyways, no, I would recommend this thing. It does pretty good with holding tension down. Remember, it is 3D printed. You don't want to go full ham on it and rotate that thing around. You're just going to snap it off. But it does hold tension very nice. That doesn't have any give to it. And then this is just like a normal little C-clamp. So, yeah, would recommend. Just get some like little booties or something like that if you're not going to be picking on a mat. All right. $20, $24 if you want to go 2-color, $10 extra for the ring. There are deals on the website. I'll try to remember to add those in whenever we're done talking. All right, so that was the base, that, and the small clamp. All right, poker chip time. So you can get just a normal poker chip for $1.25, printed poker chip for $1. And these are add-ins. So if you spend over, I want to say it's like $30. Like I said, I'll try to remember to do the deals at the end. I think it's like $30. You automatically get this, and a sticker for free. So I have 2 poker chips and 2 printed chips and stickers, of course. So, all right, moving along. Got your little LPU belt system. Got a holder and a chip. This is the front. Whoop. And then that's the back. And it's got like a little bit of like a holographic feel to it. So that's actually pretty cool. We'll go that way for the rest of it. So the stand will run you. Oh, display. Okay, so the display is going to run you $7. And these chips right here are $5 a piece. You can get the whole entire set, white to black, for $35. So you can do it that way, or you can just do it the way that I did it. Brown was my big accomplishment. I probably will get a black one if I ever get to black belt. So I just did individuals. I didn't get the whole entire set. I don't know about getting the earlier belts anyways. Everybody seems to go from white to green or white to blue relatively quickly. So those earlier belts, the higher ones I would definitely count as trophy kind of things. All right, there's that one, and the display. All right, so talk about this guy right here. Got a little carrying pinning tray. So, in a little storage compartment underneath it. This thing is actually pretty cool. I just noticed that the numbers are backwards. Huh. Interesting. Never noticed that before. Little Tool USA with the Tool logo on the outside. All right, so one thing that my wife actually noticed, there's no retention for this part right here. So if you ever decided that you didn't want to carry this around for whatever reason, or you wanted to use this as a different type of storage, just a heads up, there's no retention to it. It is solely meant to be like that. And then this guy right here is actually the right height to be able to just flip it over to the lid and use it like that, which is pretty cool. Pretty deep cuts too. So all in all, that's pretty. It's a pretty sweet little pickup. And this one goes for $8. So, I mean, you get a little metal carrying tin and you get the pinning tray with it. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about this dresser right here. So the dresser will cost you $9, and that is the dresser only. So all these micro pins that I have in here with it don't count. This thing right here is what you're spending $9 on. So I kind of wish, if this thing's going to be $8, personal opinion, I would have liked to have gotten 1 or 2 trays with it. Once again, I'm going to go back. I'm going to reread the deals because I could be missing something. But the drawer, like I said, the dresser is going to cost you $9. The micro pinning trays are $3 a piece. So, and this is how I've got my storage set up for my actual. Oh, they all shifted. This is where I keep all of my challenge pins that I've been making. So, what did you just knock over, cat? All right. Come on. She just wanted to come and say hi. All right. Dresser, micro pin trays out of the way. All right, let's talk about these handles. So, Reaper pick handles are $3.50 for individuals, $14 for the entire set. I didn't know how I was going to like these, so I only bought a single. If you buy the set, they do come numbered, so that's actually pretty cool. They're just magnetic. There we go. They do have a little spot at the bottom. Come on now. So you got male and female end, right? He does supply the magnets, and I really like this. I like the fact that I have an extended handle on the Reaper picks, because if you have the Reaper set, you know they're shorter handles. So this was very nice, being able to use this. There's no index marker, but these are pretty kind of self-explanatory with the cut being the way that it is, having that finger well right here. So this right here, I'm not even going to try to pronounce what these are called, but this is the handle that goes with Multi-Pick, Southern Specialties, and one other. I can't remember. But it does not go with Covert Instruments. Covert Instruments is just a tiny bit longer than all the other ones. I have a Multi-Pick short hook in here right now, and it is it's a snug fit. So I'm sure I did something wrong putting this thing together, but anyways, does have that little male to female on the base of it. Like I said, probably done something to mess this thing up at some point in time. And this one actually does give you a little bit of a snap. Oh, unless you mess it up. You can see the little groove right there. You gotta get this thing lined up. Make sure it's nice and snug everywhere. There we go. There we go. Got it all set up. This one does have a little finger spot on it, which I really like. So I've got my thicker multi-pick in there. So all of the pick handles are going to run you $3.50. And then, like I said, so it's $3.50 for individuals. He has different sizes. The Mokies are the only exception. The Mokies are $4.50, but that's longer handle, more material. So Reaper set $14. Individuals are all $3.50 with the exception of Moki. Moki is $4.50. So other than that, guys, I just kind of wanted to highlight some of the gear that I have from 44 Delta. Some of the positives, some of the negatives, and the stuff that I really like. So, just my opinion. Definitely would grab some of these handles. They're pretty cool. The dresser and the micro pinning trays that go with it, subjective. I mean, if you're sitting there making a bunch of challenge pins and you need a home for all of the pins that you just made, I would definitely go and snag one of those. It's better than just kind of like putting them in a Ziploc baggie or something like that. That's where this comes very, very useful. And then, I mean, guys, if you just want to have something tangible, right? Because the LPU, it's not, it's just an online platform, right? So this just makes it feel official, I guess. I don't know. I like it. And I am extremely happy that I finally picked up one of these guys. I did see that Lockchuck, it was a while back, but he was playing around with the idea and modding the Chuck Vice to try to have some sort of like camera rig attached to it. I don't know if he's abandoned that plan or not, but it was pretty entertaining to watch him do that. So anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful and entertaining, and hopefully I did 44 Delta some justice. Good products, man. I really do enjoy them, and whenever I've done my giveaways, I've always included something from 44 Delta. It's fun to have stuff like this, homemade stuff, when it comes to lock sport. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you on this episode. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.